number 2. Very productive day for us. We played probably 110 plus plays, ones on ones, twos on twos, went live ball, went some thud as well. Every situation possible. We feel we have progressed, and we're progressing well, and still have some other things to take care of. But we're pleased with progress, not content with where we're at, but we're certainly getting there faster than now. Again, I think we're on course for what we need to do so. But overall, just a very physical, very intense scrimmage, and covered a lot of situations as we head into week 3 of camp.
What were the situations that you wanted to get worked through?
Did them all. Coming out, short yardage, goal line, red zone, gold zone, real tight in there, but not quite at the 1 and 2. Just playing real fast and trying to defend it. A lot of the 3rd and long stuff as well. 2 minute. I mean, we did it all. And you know what? Everybody took part in it. The 1s, the 2s, the 3s. Some of the guys after that as well. So overall, just a lot of guys played a lot of ball, situational football, and put some guys in some tough situations too. Had some 4th down plays as well, some 2-point plays as well. So overall, just got a lot done.
Is there maybe a player or a position group that you wanted to see more from that first scrimmage that maybe took that leap or showed you that extra oomph today?
Well, I think Johnny Johnson is the guy that really stood out today. The guy made a lot of plays. Certainly just, not only when he has the ball in his hands, but when he doesn't, the guy's down the field hustling, making great blocks. But he really just stepped up, really did. I thought he had a really good day. Trying to think defensively, there were a couple guys that really came off the ball, made it hard to run the ball, and put a lot of pressure on the quarterback as well. Overall, just very, very, very pleased with the effort and the intensity. I want to see grade the film and see a little bit more detail.
You said in the first scrimmage that the line of scrimmage was moving back and forth throughout the first one. It was pretty even. Was that similar today, or did one side have a bit of an edge?
I think so. I think early on the offense had a little bit of an advantage. I thought the defense came back and fought back, and offense came back again. They keep trading blows, and I thought the neat part today that you saw some things that make you think the team is coming more and more together, because when a guy would get after another one, they'd get right back at each other, hard and physical, and the iron sharpens iron mentality. And at the same time, you see them encouraging each other as they would come off the field. That was a big step, and that was a big message for us with our guest speakers over the course of this past week. And just really, really excited about the way some of these guys have just taken that next step.
As things start to shift a little bit towards game prep this week ahead, not going to ask you to name a bunch of names, but certainly a lot of freshmen who came in as early enrollees. You've seen them a lot already. For the guys who showed up in the summer, have some started to identify themselves as guys who you could turn to immediately if need be?
Well, it's the same guys that we've been talking about. We're certainly going to go a couple more days into this week before we make any of those decisions, but 90% of them are in play for significant roles. At worst case, a backup role or special teams play. So, and we felt that way when this class was signed, and we feel strongly about it now as well. So we can expect to see those guys in the field.
Have you seen the communication and versatility on defense that you wanted when you hired Andy? What's that progression?
Absolutely. It continues to evolve, and those guys are taking a lot of pride in the fact that they've really become a close-knit unit. The communication levels have really increased. The productivity, the way that they just operate is really, and it keeps getting better. It keeps getting better and better, but they're having fun. They're playing with a lot of energy. Credit that entire defensive staff. They're really working at it, but credit the players. They're the ones that have taken a full investment in it, and it's shown in the way that they're playing.
What's that competition been like between an offense that has so much experience and defense that has talent, putting in kind of a newer
They have a lot of
defense?
experience too now. They got some good players. It's been intense. It's been what it needs to be. And I think that if camp isn't like that, I think you fail your players. I think if you don't put them in those situations where they have to compete against each other, if they ever get too comfortable, if they feel they're an automatic incumbent, I don't know how you can get better. I've never seen a guy get better just kind of being okay with where he's at. So it's been fun to watch, and these guys love competing. That's the part about this team that is maybe my favorite part. They love competing. They love football. They love being around each other. They've got personalities, which we like. A lot of alphas coming from different parts of the country now, and we continue to work this thing into what a family should be. Always imperfect, but always trying to get to that right spot.
A couple of personnel tidbits from the week. You got a lot of guys back, but Darian was a guy we saw absent for a few days. He was there yesterday, though it didn't look like in any kind of shells. Was he able to go today?
He was not. He got banged up last Saturday. We think he's good to go on Tuesday. Gary Baker was back after missing a couple of days. Jamal Hill's been back all week, so he didn't miss much.
Your tight ends.
The tight ends, Jake has been out for a few days. We expect him back on Tuesday. Cam McCormick, we expect him back on Tuesday or Wednesday. Probably out. Who
That's about
else?
it. That was about it.
What are the things you need to do next week to know that they're ready to start preparing for Auburn?
Well, we're always going to talk about technique and fundamentals because what do you usually see in the first game of the season or in the postseason? You see a lot of penalties, right? Unforced. You see technical issues. You see pad level issues, conditioning issues, special teams, blown assignments. So those things will always be at the forefront. So things that you can easily get rusty at when you haven't played a game in a long, long time. And we talk about all the time winning with people and making sure that the emphasis is not on thinking about results before we work our process. Making sure that the root of our whole preparation is in the process. It's not all the exterior stuff and really blocking out the noise. It's about to get noisy here in a little bit, right? It gets closer and closer to game time. College football kicks off, I believe, next weekend or on Thursday.
Next weekend.
Next weekend it kicks off Thursday. So, it's on, right? It's upon us. I remember talking to our guys back in the springtime when the start of camp is 160 days away and game one's 200 days and all that stuff. And well, it's here. We're almost in single digits. So it's we've invested a lot. We're very aggressive in our preparation, and we need to be. We've got some great challenges and opportunities, so our guys are ready to just keep pushing forward with this.
Did you come out healthy out of today?
Excuse me?
Did you come out of the scrimmage healthy?
I think so. Micah Pittman did lay out for a ball and landed on his shoulder. He's getting evaluated, and landed on it pretty good. I think some people that were out there, saw it. He really just got, and he caught the ball. So as soon as we finish the evaluation, we'll get that information to you, whether it's significant or not. J.R. Waters, at the end of last week, he did injure his foot, and it did have to be repaired. So he will be out for about 4 to 6 weeks. Okay. Aside from that, from an injury standpoint, I don't see anything else that's really, really significant.
George was minor, it looked like.
George was an ankle that he rolled a little bit, but he was good enough to almost go. He's just about there. Played that one safe, thinking that we could get him back on Tuesday now with a couple days of recovery, walkthrough, and treatment and rehab. And I think he'll be full go by Tuesday as well.
Talked about blocking out the noise, Mario. You're a subscriber to the concept of bulletin board material that when an opposing player says something like they have the best at every position, for example, they have the best running backs, receivers, O-line, D-line, says stuff like that. Do you want your players to see stuff like that? Does that serve as motivation, or you just say, nah, that doesn't matter?
I think we build our plays from the inside out. I've always felt that way. I felt that if you need the outside stuff to get you motivated for the big stage and an opportunity like that, I kind of question your desire and your love for the game. Just being honest. I think I know for a fact that everything we do is deep and has to come from the inside out. So I hate to harp on on a cliche like that, but it's the only way to make it real.